A second case of the H7N9 bird flu has been confirmed now in BC after a man tested positive for the virus. Greg Harper is live in Vancouver with the details on this case. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Just outside BC Centre for Disease Control, BC Health officials confirming that the husband of a woman who was diagnosed with H7N9 bird flu has also contracted the virus. It's believed that the couple got the virus from a recent trip in China. H7N9 is sometimes found in birds, but it doesn't normally infect humans. It did so in this case. Those who contract the bird flu usually experience a high fever and a cough. It can get very serious, result in severe pneumonia and even organ failure leading to death. The good news here is that the couple has recovered, and the provincial health officer says no additional cases are expected, so it looks as though there's no need for the public to panic here. Jody?
That's good news. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning. The Fraser Health Authority says it's seeing more interest in immunization after the measles outbreak in Disneyland. Doctors say the outbreak, which has now grown to 95 cases, mostly in California, is a reminder of the importance of vaccinations. More than 30% of children in the Fraser Health region and around Metro Vancouver do not have the recommended vaccines by the age of 2. The authorities say the main reason is parents fall behind on the immunization schedule.
It makes me angry as a parent to a young baby who can't be vaccinated for the measles until she's a year old, that this disease is back on the rise, and it shouldn't be.
Travelers hoping for faster entry in and out of the U.S. have a new, quicker option. Border patrols on both sides of the line have officially opened the Trusted Traveler Enrollment Center. It's right alongside the shops at Birch Bay Square, just off the I-5. It has the ability to handle more than 300 interviews for Nexus cards every day. It's hoped the extra capacity speeds up applications.
I just had my interview. I've been waiting for an interview now for a few months, and so it was fantastic to be able to take care of that all in one place.
The new center follows the trend of the Beyond the Border agreement between the U.S. and Canada. That includes sharing information about the length of time travelers are staying in each country. With our dollar at its lowest point in almost 6 years, some are avoiding trips stateside, but owners of American businesses say it's still worth it. While the loonie isn't going as far, things often remain considerably cheaper in the U.S.
The Canadian retail price, because of tariffs and other things, I've been advised by the tenants that opened stores in our mall, is higher. And just by opening a brick and mortar location in the U.S., they're able to sell at a lower retail price.
One person is dead following a rush hour collision on the Lougheed Highway. It happened in Maple Ridge yesterday afternoon at around 4 o'clock. A motorcycle collided with a truck at the intersection of Lougheed Highway and 105th Avenue. The motorcyclist was pronounced dead on scene. The area has reopened after being closed for several hours as police scoured the wreckage. The group trying to convince you to vote yes to the 0.5% sales tax increase to fund transit in Metro Vancouver has officially kicked off its campaign. The group is called Better Transit and Transportation and has launched its campaign website. Its approach is four-pillared. It aims to show how the tax will help the environment, labor, students, and the business community. Just because the idea of road pricing isn't being included in the upcoming referendum question doesn't mean the concept is dead in this region. The director of the city program at Simon Fraser University believes this is something that will still eventually happen. Road pricing is the practice of charging motorists for the use of busy roads at certain times, especially to relieve congestion in urban areas. Once the Massey Tunnel and the Patella Bridge are replaced, many feel this will be a hot topic once again.
I wouldn't expect to see this, well, I would say maybe sometime in the next decade, but you can imagine the politics play a big part in this. Will people accept that kind of monitoring in order to have a fairer form of pricing?
We think that it's probably going to take 4, 5, or 6 years to have this conversation, because it's a complex conversation to have, whether it's distance-based, time of day, type of vehicle, how do you treat goods movement. You know, that's a really important discussion for everybody to have a good understanding and input on.